Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Beauty Topics podcast. I'm your host, Chantel, and it does feel good to be back. I have been MIA for, I think it's a month. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a month. Yeah, it's 4 weeks. Your girl has been busy. I was out of town working, doing hair and makeup for beauty pageants. I've been booked up with just weddings and bridal trials and just senior photo shoots and just everything. It's been crazy. I was doing renovations in my house, so there was construction workers in and out, so I couldn't record because it was too loud in here. And you know when like you have work going on in your house and like your garage is open, your front door is open so they can like the workers can come in and out and do what they need to do. Then we had like bugs come in the house, so we had to like handle that issue because of the doors being open, and it was just a lot. Then we had a whole bunch of family in town from California and Maryland, and it's just been a lot. And your girl has been pooped and tired and just traveling and all the things. So I am so grateful now at this point, though, that like all the TSA workers are getting paid, because Lord have mercy, let me tell you, trying to fly in and out and go places when that was going on was a mess. And because who wants to work without getting paid? Let's be real. I don't want to do it. I'm not working for free. That's not what I'm here for. So it's just been a little cray-cray, but it does feel good to be back. Hello, everyone. I missed y'all. It's like, how you miss people you don't know? I don't know. But I know some people who listen to this podcast, and you know who you are, and I missed y'all. So anyway, there's been a lot, like I said, a lot going on, and I kind of just want to like jump into the Sephora sale is about to happen. If you guys are Rouge, I think it starts either on the 10th or the 11th, something like that. I don't know. This is going up on a Friday, of course. Yeah, I think, is that right? I should have double checked that. It's either the 10th or the 11th. But of course the date kind of matters basically if you're Rouge, if you're just VIB or just a beauty insider, the tier system or whatever. I am a Rouge. I don't know if I will be next year because I don't plan on spending that much because I'm really focused on rotating through my stash, going through everything that I have. And kind of cutting back financially on spending a ton of money on makeup. I do love it and adore it, of course. But there's just some core products that I've really found that have really been working for myself, for my clients, that I love to use in my kit. I'm going to get into some recommendations a little bit later for you guys. I kind of have everything laid out next to me, but I just wanted to touch on a little something first. Okay. It's one of those things, if you are a working makeup artist or if you're a hairstylist, some type of professional that is providing like a service, okay? Unrealistic expectations. This has just been kind of an issue lately, I feel like, and it's just something I want to address because I think, unfortunately, social media has really negatively impacted people's perception of reality. And being someone who is a bit older, I'm 47, knocking really hard on 48. I grew up pre-social media. Okay. 80s, 90s, we didn't have that stuff. We were chilling, having a good time. Everybody was who they were. You know what I mean? We were all running around in overalls and Doc Marten boots and having a good old time, pre all of this. And I'm not saying that social media is necessarily a bad thing. Of course it's not all the time. It is a tool that we use for our businesses, for our daily lives, to stay connected and things like that, which is great. But the downside of it is it gives people a lot of just unrealistic expectations. Because I will say there's just been this influx of people that just, and I don't want to say that they don't have a clue, but I'm like, can we really take a look at like AI and see that these pictures aren't real? I'm talking in particular for an example. Let me not ramble too much. Being a makeup artist, okay? Of course, you're an artist. You want to see your client's inspiration. Hey, what's your inspiration? What type of colors do you want used? What's the look we're going for? The vibe? Like, what are you wearing? Okay, those are the type of questions that we ask because we want to know, because we want to make sure that you get as close to the end result that you desire. We want to do that. Okay, we want to make you happy, but when people their inspiration photos are AI pictures that aren't even real, that someone's skin is buttery smooth, there's no pores, their eyes are super bright, the whites of their eyes are so white, just so unrealistic. And it's just kind of frustrating because it's like, Do you really believe in your heart of hearts that that's what makeup is going to do for you? Let's be real. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's just be 100% real. Makeup is not going to do that. Okay. I had a particular client of a certain age, very mature woman, beautiful, but she, after her makeup was completed, it looked phenomenal. She loved the makeup, the tones, the color. She was so happy. She literally said, "Oh, I thought the makeup was going to make my wrinkles go away." And I'm sitting here like, it just, comments like that make my eye twitch. They really do. And you kind of have to like swallow that down because of course you don't want to be rude to a client, but I'm also sitting there thinking like, okay, you were older than me. You thought that the makeup was going to take your wrinkles away. What about foundation and concealer equates to Botox in your mind? Like, I don't understand it whatsoever. And it's like the wrinkles. Let me tell you something. When you go to your makeup appointment, the wrinkles you brought with you are the wrinkles that you're going to take with you when you leave. Okay. We are not gods. We are not scientists. We are not physicians. There is nothing that we can do with, I don't care. I have the best of the best in my kit. Okay. I have phenomenal products in my kit, but I make no claims that it's going to remove every imperfection, every wrinkle, every line, every angry 11 that you have on your face. It's not going to do that. Yes, we can use some lip plumper. We can overline your lips. We can use a smoothing primer. We can use a hydrating serum under your eye before we apply the right amount of concealer to blend it out perfectly to make it look as smooth as possible. We're going to do, if you have a good makeup artist, they're going to do everything in their power to make your skin look as phenomenal as it possibly can. But don't mistake that for meaning that everything that you think is wrong with yourself, and I'm saying that with quotation marks, is going to be magically erased by some makeup. It's just not. If you have acne and texture on your skin, you're still going to have the texture. Of course, is that makeup going to get rid of that discoloration? Absolutely. It is going to mask the discoloration, not get rid of, but mask that discoloration. Okay. But is the texture still going to be there? Yes, the texture is still going to be there. If you pour water on a road, is the road still textured? Yes. There is a layer of something on top of it, but still that texture is still going to exist. Okay, and I'm not trying to say these things to be mean. I'm saying these things because it seems to me that common sense ain't common. Okay, and we have gone so far sideways when it comes to looking at things that are AI, comes to looking at things that are fake ads on social media, influencers lying about what products are actually going to do or not do. Oh, this is my holy grail. It's like, child, please, you've been using that product for 3 days. That is not why your skin looks how it looks. You're doing something else. Or people who have, gotten tons of lip injections and then claiming they're just overlining their lips. It's like, come on, can anyone just be real anymore? Like, what is so wrong with that? What is so wrong with accenting our natural beauty, bringing our features forward, working with what you have? What is wrong with it? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Do I love clip-in hair extensions? Love them. Do I love mascara and false lashes? Love me a 421 Ardell lash. Love it. Love me some glossy lips and YSL blush. I love all the things just like everybody else, but I am not under the impression that it's going to completely change who I am and change my physical traits from using makeup. I don't know any makeup that makes the claim of it is going to change your physical attributes to morph you into Halle Berry or Zendaya. It's not going to do that. It's liquid foundation in a bottle. Use a pump, blend it in. It is what it is. It is not going to change anything about your features. Okay. Yes. Can you contour a face in different ways to make a round face shape look slimmer? Absolutely. But when you wash that makeup off, there it goes down the sink. I had a client make a comment of, she thought that makeup could make her double chin disappear. Girl, if I could do that for you, I would do that to myself. Okay. I mean, can we use certain contouring techniques to minimize it somewhat? Yes, but it all depends on how you're built, how it's shaped. I mean, there's a lot of different factors. Okay. So I just needed a little bit of a reality check to come through. And when we as makeup artists are asking you for an inspiration photo, It's like nowadays we actually have to preface it and say a real person, a real person. Because if I get one more picture of a Disney princess brought to life as an inspo pic, specifically like Princess Jasmine, that is a cartoon. The fact that you're using cartoons and Bratz dolls as a grown adult as an inspo pic is so ridiculous to me. Okay, it is freaking absurd. Like, please cut this out. Just cut it out. Like, try to find an inspiration picture of someone that has your similar skin tone, your similar hair color. So that way you can kind of see more of what your actual result will be with those tones on your own skin. Okay, your artist is absolutely going to give you great recommendations on what's going to make your eye color pop, how to best frame or shape your face with your contouring or bronzing or whatever it is that you may need. But to have these unrealistic expectations and unload them on another person and be frustrated because you don't look like Angela Bassett. I want to look like Angela Bassett. I want to have her arms. I want to be that sexy. That is not my journey. I want to look like Halle Berry. Not my journey. I look like this, and that's okay. And I love me, and I'm here for me. So I just want everybody to love and appreciate themselves a little bit more. Please treat your artists and people in the service industry, whatever that industry is, with kindness, especially if they're doing something for you. I just think that's super important. Sometimes people need to be reminded of that, to be appreciative and grateful. And it's just something that was weighing on me a little bit. Didn't mean to go off in too much of a rant, but just sometimes certain things just happening over and over and over. Like I've seen the same AI generated picture of this brown glittery, like smoky eye, like so many times. And I'm like, here we go again with the same fake picture. And just, I really hope I don't see it next week because I'm so tired of looking at that picture. But just know that makeup is not Botox. It is not surgery. It is not going to fix anything permanently. It is something that you're going to wear on your face for a few hours for a wonderful occasion. You're going to feel beautiful. You're going to feel special. And everybody deserves that. Okay. Everybody deserves to feel that way. It's just, please kind of watch your expectations when it comes to your makeup artist or your hairstylist or whoever's performing a service for you. I know hairstyling is a little bit different, but just when it comes to makeup, please, dear Lord, it's not surgery. It's just not. It's not. And I personally don't think we all need this surgery. That's my opinion. For myself personally, I don't do lip injections. I don't do Botox. I don't do any of the above. Any of the above. I just don't. I'm not knocking it because some people, it really does make them feel better. And I don't see anything wrong with trying to age gracefully because, well, I go get a facial in a hot second. Your girl will do that. But I don't like needles. So Botox was never going to be for me because your girl don't like needles. And a needle coming towards my face or my eye or something, I'll pass out and get stabbed in the wrong place and have a lazy eye or something, child. So it's just not for me, but I'm not knocking those who do it because it also serves purposes of migraines and TMD pain and things like that. So I absolutely get why people love it, and it relaxes muscles and makes you feel better about certain lines on your face. And I don't have a problem with that. I do get a little bit, I don't know, I'm a little off put when I see people have gone too far with the lip injections. It kind of freaks me out, but that's just a personal thing when it just looks like duck bill and it's just hanging off their face. I just think it looks kind of creepy and weird. That's my personal opinion. You can come for me if you want, but that is my opinion and I'm entitled to have that. So that's it. Now I'm going to jump into my Sephora recommendations for the sale. And am I trying to promote people to go out and buy things that they don't need? Abso-freaking-lutely not. These are just some things that I really like, that I think are worth the money. And usually you can't really get a sale on these in other places. Well, a couple of them you can, but it just depends. Sometimes, hey, maybe you don't have the budget when the item goes on sale on the website, or maybe you do. If you don't, and you do get 20% off at Sephora, I think the 20% to me is the only time really worth shopping. I wouldn't shop at 15%. I wouldn't shop at 10% if I'm being honest. To me, like, you need that 20. I just think 10% down here in Texas, that's basically just the sales tax. So if you're only those second two tiers, I recommend waiting and shopping friends and family sales on different websites for the different brands themselves, waiting for like a Cyber Monday sale, a Black Friday deal, or sales at Ulta when you can use points plus a coupon, because Sephora does not let you do that. Sephora, you have to spend $500 to get $10 off, and you can't use the 20% off and the $10 off together. You can't use points and a sale at the same time, which is so silly to me because Ulta, you most definitely can. So I'm going to have these suggestions, but if any of these are available at Ulta, I would say get there at Ulta before you buy them at Sephora. And I will always be riding on that train just because Ulta's reward system can't be beat and Sephora's reward system sucks. And I stand on that, and I don't care if I I don't care what happens. I'm standing on that until they change their policy. I'm standing on it, and that's just how I feel about it. And that's it, y'all. So your girl is finally done ranting. Ooh, that just took my pressure down a little bit. Okay, so first thing is I'm going to jump into one of my favorite Danessa Myricks products first. This is the Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm Setting Spray. Man, ever since I got this at the makeup show when it was in Houston and I took her class, I just can't get enough of this. I can't stop using it. It is incredible. It does what it says it's going to do. It mattifies, it blurs. It is freaking fantastic. You just shake it up really, really well, spray it down. I typically do like 3 or 4 sprays across the face. Locks that makeup in. It is fantastic. I have one in my kit. This is my personal one, and I will always repurchase this as long as it is available. This stuff is incredible. I love to like set the foundation and concealer with this and then go on with the rest of the products, do the powder and all that, and then end with like the one size spray when I'm doing clients that I know they're going to be like getting married outdoors. I have a really long day, a long photo shoot. I'll end it with the one size, but this is always somewhere in the routine and I just can't get enough of it. Or I do have some clients that don't like the one size spray. They don't like the aerosol. So this is a phenomenal mattifying setting spray for those clients who do not want an aerosol, which I completely understand that too, because that thing technically is kind of like a butane torch if I'm being real. So love that. Another product I love, if you're looking for a really beautiful highlighter, this is the Rare Beauty highlighter. This one is in the shade Exhilarate. Now, these are fragile as hell. Like, they're so fragile. So it is really hard to keep these in your pro kit. But really good price. Rare Beauty is now available at Ulta. So, you know, you can, of course, get it there as well. But if you do have that 20% off, hey, that's a great deal. At Sephora, I love the packaging. I like the pretty nude colors, what I like about it. It's just, I wish there was some kind of a way to keep this baked product from breaking, because I put a couple of them in my kit and one of them broke, one of them didn't. But it's just, so this is a replacement one, but I think I'm just going to keep this. I might just keep this one for myself. But I love to use these as eyeshadows on my clients to make really beautiful, soft, glowy lids. So I love it in that aspect, but you really just have to make sure you bubble wrap those if you're going to keep them in your kit, or if you're going to be traveling with them, you kind of want to bubble wrap those individually and just really pack them nice and tight so that they don't get shoved around and crushed, because they are very, very fragile. Okay. Very fragile. Next up, a couple of blushes. These are the YSL blushes. I have number 23 and then I have number 37. So one of these is the more peachy one. I think it's called like Very Peachy or something like that. It's gorgeous. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see it. It's beautiful. It has a nice little dent in it. I love using this on my clients. It's phenomenal. It's nice, soft, creamy texture, very blurring. And then this one is kind of like, the 23 is kind of like a nude pinky color. It's really, really beautiful. It's gorgeous. You can see like the YSL emblem is pretty much worn off on there. And I use these pretty consistently. And I have to say, I mean, I feel like there's a decent amount of product in there for what you're getting. These are pretty pricey. I believe these are like $46 each. Dear Lord, that's a lot of money. If you're looking for a good alternative, I feel like Morphe just dropped some new blushes at Ulta, like 3 or 4 new shades. And I picked them up and they are absolutely gorgeous. And I also had a 20% off coupon at Ulta when I bought those and some points. But if you want a luxury high-end blush that has a beautiful formula, these YSL ones, I'm not going to lie, they're fantastic. I love the packaging because on the front of it, you can actually see what color you're grabbing when you have these in your kit. I love color-coded items. It makes it so much easier when I'm going in it's organized as my kit is. I just love something color-coded so I can see what I'm grabbing at all times. It's phenomenal. But I love those, love the packaging. Yes, they are pricey, but YSL, of course, we all know is a luxury brand. So that's why the $46 price point. So, of course, with the 20% off, that is phenomenal because I don't recall YSL doing any deals on their own website. So jump on that 20%. And then A couple of liners I want to talk about. So this is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil, and this is in the shade Universal Earth. This is beautiful. This is such a gorgeous shade. If you have not tried Universal Earth, you need to grab it. It's beautiful like on your eyelids as like a soft smudgy liner. It's gorgeous as a lip pencil. I love these pencils because they're just so versatile. They're creamy, they're smooth, they set down. They look great with a lipstick, lip gloss, whatever the case may be. I just adore these Makeup Forever pencils. So the 20% off is great. And I also really love the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liners. I wish they weren't square. I know that sounds weird, but it's like, I don't know. I just wish they weren't square. I want just a typical round pencil, but I like that these, you can sharpen them. They're wooden pencils. I love an old school wooden pencil, like a MAC lip liner, which I see now that MAC is available at Sephora. So that's really cool. I was still obsessed with a MAC lip pencil. I love Cherry, Stone, Cool Spice, all the things. But these two pencils I highly recommend. So love these. And let's see what else we got. So I have a couple of Fenty products. So this is my third bottle of the Fenty Soft Lit Hydrating Foundation. I rock the shade 335. I love this stuff. This is bottle number 3. Now Fenty will have like friends and family sales on their website where you can get like 30% off. So check for those. But if you're in need of something before that hits, I think that was actually not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken. She just did that maybe last month. Like a spring friends and family sale or something like that where you got 30% off. But anyway, if you missed that sale and you need to pick up some things, I highly recommend her hydrating foundation. It is full coverage. It's very buildable. It's fantastic. And then her Sun Stalker bronzer, like, come on. I repurchase these all the time. I love Caramel Cutie. I love, this one is Bayengal, however you pronounce it. I absolutely love this bronzer. I still stand on the fact that I just want her to bring back that bronzer palette that she made. Oh my gosh, that bronzer palette was everything. I missed out on it and I'm still to this day kicking myself over it because it was so beautiful. I have some makeup artist friends who just used it until they couldn't use it anymore. It was great for eyeshadows. Like, this is something that goes in my crease almost daily when I'm doing my makeup. I start with this as my crease building color. It is phenomenal. Great formula. She knocked it out of the park with that bronzer formula. So love Riri. I hope the rumors are true that she's working on an album. Because I do miss a new Riri album. Okay, girl, because we do miss you. So bring it on back. I know she's a mommy. She was having babies and having her family. I'm just saying, if you have time to get in the studio and drop a couple songs, we would appreciate it. Okay. Okay. Oh, something else from ABH. This Embers palette, the little green one. This is like a 9-pan palette. Okay. I happen to love this little palette. This is something that I use like when I'm traveling. Because I can do so many looks out of this. They're really nice, like almost like fall muted tones. You can, very versatile. I literally just pop this in my own personal little makeup bag when I have to do these trips out of town to do hair and makeup and things like that, just so I can get myself ready, because I can do everything I need to do with this eyeshadow palette. To me, this is a one and done palette. I think it's fantastic. The quality, it's buttery smooth, soft. It's great. I love the shimmers in here. Oh, especially this green one, the champagne one up here in this corner. You can see the divots in this because I love this palette so much. It's so good, you guys. It's really good. I think it retails for like 32 bucks. So get that 20% off. That one is fantastic. And then, okay, I got 2 more palettes and then I'm going to leave the palettes alone. So Makeup by Mario just re-released the Ethereal Eyes palette, the original one. So I did go ahead and pick this up. Now I do get a pro discount with Makeup by Mario, so I got this from the website, but this is available at Sephora, and I believe this is permanent now. So yes, get this with your 20% off. Beautiful, soft, neutral palette. It's got some really great, beautiful, like topper shades that I think are really, really beautiful. And I think this is a great bridal palette for a makeup artist to have in your kit. Very versatile bridal palette. And I think it's a stunner. So I'm glad that he brought this back. I feel like his last release, like that little jelly pot, like K-Beauty jelly pot thing he was trying to do, I feel like that flopped big time. So he was trying to recover. So he was like, child, let me go back to something tried and true that I know is going to hit and slap and everybody's going to want it. So this came back. Smart move. Make it permanent. Put it in the line all the time and just leave it be. Okay. because we want this palette. Okay, we want it in our kits. We want to use it, so just keep it there, Mario. And then the last eyeshadow palette is from Natasha Denona. This is her Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone palette, and this is the deeper one. This is my favorite one. I have the soft one in my kit right now. I love them both. This one is my ultimate favorite. You can see, if you're on YouTube, you can see the divots and the holes in this palette. This is a phenomenal palette. The textures are great. The pigmentation is great. The blendability is there. The quality of the shadows is what I want them to be. Okay. Very pigmented, very smooth, creamy, easy to work with. I like to apply these shimmers with a finger to get the most bang for my buck out of them, but I love it. I love this palette. I think this was a great idea. And yes, I'm showing you a bunch of browns, but guess what? I love browns. It's what we use to build looks as makeup artists. So they're just very, very useful. Very useful. And I adore this palette. It's a pretty hefty price point. I believe it's like 80 bucks, $85, something like that, which is, if I'm being honest, it's freaking ridiculous. It's like, Jesus. Yes, I do like the fact that you can pop the pans out. They're removable, so you can put them in a Z palette or whatever it is you need to depot them, because this plastic palette is pretty heavy because it does have this mirror. But still, the price point is just, I don't know. It's just, it's out of control. It's out of control. It really is. I stopped at a gas station today. I do drive a hybrid now, thank goodness. But I stopped to get some gas. The gas down here in Texas currently is running between $3.60 and $3.99, depending on where you are, for just regular unleaded. The premium gas is about $5.02 to $5.10, which I think is sick. This is crazy. We're getting price gouged, and I'm so over it already. But anyway, you know, I could sit here and complain all day, but I don't want to do that because I'm happy to be back. So no more complaining. Okay. Next up, I have, another Danessa Myricks product. This is one of her Yummy Skin blushes. This is the shade Bellini. I love these. Okay, I love these. Now, Vanessa, being a makeup artist and liking things to be organized, she's got this little window right here on the packaging so you can see exactly what color you're grabbing. And this is a really great way to show what products you're grabbing as well. Like YSL, they chose to do it, the compact, like this little cushiony, like chevron print on the front. Danessa Myricks was like, hey, child, we can do that. We just gonna put a clear window in there so you can see what you're grabbing out your kit. And I love it. I love it. The formula is phenomenal. It's like a cream to powder finish. It lasts all day. It does not fade. I put this on my clients, I mean, first thing in the morning, and it does not fade. These last, the color vibrancy lasts all through the day, period. I've tested it on myself. I've worn it for 12 hours, 14 hours. The color is still there, especially if you've primed your skin properly and you've set with a good spray. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Okay. Another powder I like that is overpriced, but I love it, and I keep repurchasing them. This is the Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Radiant Light from Hourglass. These suckers are pretty pricey, but this Radiant Light shade is just something I use consistently in my kit. Consistently, basically on a daily basis. This is my new one. This is my fresh one because my old one, there was literally nothing left. I scraped the bottoms. I scraped the sides. There was nothing left. So I did have to repurchase this. It's a beautiful product. It just gives the most lit from within glow to the skin. And I love that about it. So really, really beautiful and expensive, but you know, sometimes you just got to pay it. Sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and get the things you really love the most. Now I've got 3 lip products right here. The first one being a MAC lipstick. This is a satin in the shade Cream Cup, which this was always a favorite of mine. I love Cream Cup. Back from years ago when I worked at MAC, this was a favorite. Some of my favorite shades were Blankety, Faux, Cream Cup. Oh gosh, there were just so many favorites. Like right now I'm obsessed with Hodgepodge. I think that one's so gorgeous. I love Stone in a lipstick, Soar lipstick, just so many beautiful ones. But I just grabbed Cream Cup just to show you guys, just because, you know, MAC is now available at Sephora. It's been available at Sephora in Canada for a long time. So now finally, you know, it's available in the US. And then this is Laneige Lip Balm in the shade Sugar Glaze. I love these. I basically have one in every purse. I do want to try the Edam ones. I believe it's called Edam. I do want to try those, so I might pick one up because I've gone through 2 full tubes of Laneige. Like, I've been making sure it's like I have to go through 2 products, like 2 lip products before I can buy one. Okay. I should actually push that to 3 is what I need to do. But that's where I am right now. Use up 2 completely, you get to buy 1 new lip product. So I have used up 2 of these already in different shades. So I will be buying an Edam one, and I'll let you guys know what I think about it once I try it. But I do love these Glaze Craze lip products from Laneige. I like the applicator. It's that little donut applicator. Super comfortable. These are really hydrating. They feel good. I like the color payoff. So I enjoy these quite a bit. I find them to be very hydrating, moisturizing. I actually prefer these over the Summer Fridays. I don't buy the Summer Friday ones anymore. I like the Laneige better. So for me, that replaced my Summer Fridays. And then this is a Patrick Ta lip creme. This one is in the shade She's Confident. I love these because it's like a melted lipstick. It's not a liquid lipstick that's drying. It is more of like a melted lipstick formula. And I love this formula, especially to use on my clients because it gives them like that full opaque color, but in a very comfortable way. And it's something that I can paint on with a brush because I love to paint my clients' lips because I really like to give that nice smooth application. So love these lip cremes from Patrick Ta. I do wish he would come out with some more shades. I love all the nudes and things that he has. But I really want him to come out with some more shades, more like some rich berries and some colors that I really want to use on like my deeper skin tone queens. Just because I like the formula, I would love to see more shades in the future. And then last but not least, I got a little body care combo that I want to share. It is from Sol de Janeiro. It's the number 59 collection. It's my favorite collection from the brand. I do have the shower oil as well, but it's in my shower right now. And I use it every day, almost every day. Yeah, almost every day I do use that one just because it's so hydrating. My gosh, when you get out the shower, it looks like you put lotion on in there. It feels so good. But I love this scent. I know you guys already know this, but it has notes of vanilla orchid, sugared violet, and sheer sandalwood. This is my second jumbo size of the 59. And this is actually my second of this little mini size body cream. Why I have not just bought the big jumbo one, I don't know. But as you can see, if you're looking at this on YouTube, like this one is more than halfway gone because I love, this is like one of my favorite scents ever. I just love it so much. So that is some skincare that I highly recommend, some body care, well, not skincare, body care, just because I love this so much. And that's it. I'm done. This episode has gone on long enough, but I'm back now. I promise I will be uploading on my normal Fridays. And that's it for my Sephora recommendations. Thank you guys for letting me rant and get a few things off my chest. I do greatly appreciate it. And I appreciate you checking this out on YouTube and Spotify, iHeartRadio, all the places. And I appreciate your support. Thank you guys so much. And I will catch you next time. Bye.